change my shoes because I've just come straight from work. Changing normal shoes to sandy beach shoes because we're beach walking, if you haven't been watching it. I'm Dora, Explorer Dora 80. What's my channel about? What is my channel about? It's not really about walking. Well, actually it is about walking. Because, you know, when you're travelling, you've got to walk places. And I want to explore 80 countries. So, hence, my name is Dora. It's a nickname. Explorer is Espanol. Though I'm Australian. It's very confusing, isn't it? But I used to live in Mexico. Sorry, I'm just fighting with my shoes. If I bend down, you're going to sit down my top, and, you know, that's not appropriate. Keeping it clean, guys. And I have a skirt on. So, I'm just struggling here. Just trying to put my shoes on. So, let me put you down for a second. I am struggling here. How do I do this? There you go. So, I'm walking. Someone's playing radio. I'm doing some beach walking on the beach. Oh my gosh, who am I? Because next month I'm doing a 30k walk on sand for Coast Track, which is supporting basically mental health awareness for Beyond Blue. Now we're we're collecting rubbish and sea glass. Now yesterday, I've been doing lives every afternoon just to have a chat, and I didn't get rid of the rubbish yesterday afternoon, so I have to get rid of the rubbish first before we start walking. Actually, hold on. Let me jump up because it's a cold. Actually, let's just do this first. Let's get rid of rubbish. This is what I got yesterday. Hey Paul, how you going? Hey Paul. I didn't chuck my stuff away from yesterday afternoon, so I've got to chuck that now first. This is all rubbish I found yesterday afternoon. Oh my gosh, there's so much rubbish. This is all just picked up on the beach. God, so much rubbish here. Okay. So guys, we're about to walk along this beach here. We're in sunny Queensland. And I'm Dora. And I'm just trying to get myself ready. Probably should have done the live like after I got myself sorted. Because now I need to get rid of the rubbish. So I'm collecting sea glass. You know what? This is just outing how unhealthy I am today. I had some Macca's chips, so let's put the sea glass in the Macca's chips. These are my other sea glasses I've gotten there through the week. And more sea glass. Alright. So bad, hey. Macca's is terrible, people, I know. I know. I hear you saying it already, judging me. I get it, it's all good. Oh, more rubbish. You know what, guys? We're just going to carry the old stuff that we got yesterday. It makes it easier. Because feels winter here. I need to put a jumper on because it is a bit cool. Such a nice afternoon, guys. Hey, Springtrap, how you going? Oh gosh, someone from Canada's online. Are you Dora the Mexican explorer? Yeah. Well, I used to live in Mexico. That's where the explorer comes from. Explorer Dora. And 80 is I want to visit 80 countries. I don't need a hat, guys, do I? No. All right. Let's close the car up. Let's go walking. So we are on Margate Parade. It is 4:10 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon here. It's been a lovely day here in Queensland, or in southeast Queensland. Now, Paul, you're saying it's 9 degrees. Feels like 4 degrees. We've had rain, hail, wind. Only one walk in today. Oh my gosh, Paul. Okay, guys, let's hit the beach. We are going to go... we'll go this way. Yesterday we went the other way. That's... oh, isn't it beautiful this afternoon, guys? Oh. So, Paul, a bit cold down there, hey, mate? You've had, like, all the season in one day. Very typical for Victoria. So, people on the chat, Paul D. Australia is from... or he lives on an island called Phillip Island, down the bottom of Australia. So it's a little bit different weather that he has down there compared to I. Though, you know, some days you can get really nice weather. Look at me. I've got a skirt on, a bucket. I'm waving at you, Paul, and Springtrap. Hang on, mate. No sun here today, hey? Oh, gosh. So look at this. It's come into low tide again. So one walk today, hey, Paul? That must be hard. Did you go for a long walk or did you put a raincoat on and go for a walk? And Springtrap, how are you, mate? Going well? I really love how the sand has like all the divots in it. It just looks so cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So guys, I can see the licensed fishermen ahead of us here. They must be pulling in nets. They must be getting bait fish or something. That's pretty cool. Let's go check that out, eh? Oh my goodness, Paul. Sounds like it was hectic out there today. Do you have a really heavy duty raincoat? You'd have to. That's like a Gore-Tex-y kind of one that's thick and so the wind doesn't go straight through you and you don't get wet. Rain jackets are kind of hard, eh? Like, I've got a thin one. Look, I mean, obviously we've got different weather up here in Queensland, so I'm more looking for a rain jacket that's just protects you from the rain, not really the wind, because the wind is not the issue so much here. I have a Kathmandu jacket and it still works well. I've had it for like 7 years now and it still works well, but the pockets have fallen out of it, as in like the glue's unstuck. So I probably just need to sew them up. It wasn't raining when you started walking. Oh, right, okay. But it was just that windy, hey? Oh, you know what I forgot today? I forgot my headphones. Oh well. Such a nice day, guys. So then what else did you get up to, Paul? If you don't mind me asking. You can ask me what I got up to. But anyway, guys, we're coming up to see the yellow writing on the boats. That means that they're licensed fishermen. And that's why they're allowed on the beach like here, because it's like a public beach. This is Sutton's Beach. This is kind of the main beach in Redcliffe. It's quite a nice little place. But see how they've got all the... It must be, what are they doing? Maybe they're just fishing, like fixing up their nets. It's interesting to see. You know, hey, Maddox the fisherman. Do you know what they're doing here with the nets? Oh, they're collecting something. Look, guys. Oh, shit, this is cool. They are actually getting fish. Oh, crap, this is great. Oh, wow. What kind of fish are these? Sorry?
Sea mullet.
Sea mullet. Oh, wow. Guys, this is sea mullet. I love mullet. Mullet's so tasty. So they must be dragging the nets out there and then bringing them back in. There is heaps and heaps of fish there, guys. And they're pulling them out. Oh, cool. Wow. Well, that was interesting, guys. I don't know if you're interested in that, but I am. Oh, look. It's a random fish that got away. Poor fishy. Wow, interesting. Oh, more fish. So there must have been, oh, there's a whole lot of people down here watching them. So they must be at it all afternoon getting all the fish. Oh, that was interesting. So some of the boats are even over here still, so they've been, yeah, at it. See all the people trying to take photos and stuff? Well, not huge lots of people, but obviously this is not a normal occurrence here. So the fisherman must have saw, oh my God, I can't even talk. The fisherman must have noticed that there was a whole lot of mullet and that's what they've done. And there's Pelican. He must be like, give me some food. So guys, got a few people on the live. Hi, I'm Dora and I am training for a 30k walk next month on sand, hence why I'm walking on sand. I've already done 5k's today, not on sand though, just with my day-to-day work stuff. But I just want to get some time on walking on the sand because I don't know if you've noticed, but when you walk on sand, different muscles get engaged instead of walking on like a path or like concrete. So yeah, it's a lot slower also. So it's just good to, I'm trying every day, every couple of days. Sunday I had a break. I went for a little hike actually instead. I didn't do any beach walking, but I started this last Wednesday. Actually, today is day 6. Day 6. Was it day 7? I don't know. It's day 6 or day 7 of me doing training. My walk is on the 18th of July. So I think I've got about 24 days of training or 24 days of, to get myself in order. I have done this walk before. So you're walking this time we're walking from Peregian Beach on the Sunshine Coast down to Mooloolaba. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, we are. We're walking from Peregian Beach down to Mooloolaba. Normally it's from Majumba at Twin Waters to Noosa, and that's 30 k's along the sand. Such a beautiful stretch of sand up there too. So I have done it, I think 3 times, and last year I didn't do it last year. So I'm doing a team of 3 other ladies. So it's exciting. Maybe I'll even do a live that day. Can't guarantee it, but we'll see. But I have been doing lives in the afternoon just to have a chat and show you the lovely beach that I live at in Redcliffe. To see what's happening. We are picking up sea glass. Not that we've picked up any yet, but every day I kind of pick up some sea glass or some rubbish and chuck it in my bucket. At the end of my training, I'm going to do some kind of art project. Oh my gosh, guys, look at all the fish here. Holy smacks. Oh, wow. Guys, that's all fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Crap. Poor fishies. Hope you're not vegetarian. Anyway, yeah. That's mullet. Okay, so this guy must be pulling them in. Oh, well, when we walk back, we'll be able to see that. So we're just going up to the Love Rock. One of the people that, well, most afternoons she comes on the chat. Her name's Lavender. She's another fellow Australian. But one day I was walking past this rock, and I always say, oh, I'm going to kick the rock. When I mean kick, I don't mean I'm going to kick it and hurt my feet. Wouldn't do that. But basically, my exercise regime is going from, there's a rock there, all the way down to Scott's Point and back to my car. So the round trip is like 5 k's. So some days I can do it because it's low tide. Some days it's high tide and I can't get all the way around. But I'll show you the rock. So I was talking about the rock, and one of the people in the chat said, hey, it's like a love heart. But I'd already walked past the rock by this stage. I'd never noticed. I've been walking along this beach and kicking the rock for like the last 4 years and had not even noticed that I was kicking a love rock. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're like, what is she talking about? It's all right. You're not supposed to get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's all good. Let me show you. See? It's a love heart. So when I make kick, I mean kick, kick, and then we walk along, walk back. Hey, birdie. So the walk that I'm doing is for a charity. It's for Beyond Blue, which is in Australia is, I don't know if it's in other countries to be honest, but it's a company that do a whole lot of mental health services. So I think we should all get behind these kind of, organisations, because you don't know when you're going to need help. I'm going to be honest, like I've never had to ring a helpline. But then at the same time, I've got friends and family that I can call. Like, I think, but look, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I've gone through some ups and downs, and without getting too deep, how's Crocodile Dundee doing? Hey Elvis, how you going? Crocodile Dundee, crikey! I'm not a very good crikey. But like I'm saying, like, we all go through things. Like, I went through one crazy year. This was 11 years ago now. I was in a relationship that I really needed to end. And, when you're in a relationship, sometimes it's hard to end it, especially when you have a house, a mortgage, a dog, lived in the house for like 10 years. So it gets hard, to leave. And not the guy was, like I wasn't getting bashed up or anything like that. But he wasn't. He was an alcoholic, I would say, and like a functioning alcoholic. He went to work and stuff like that. And I probably was a functioning alcoholic too, because to deal with the stress of him, I used to drink on school nights, and I am not proud of that. But where I'm going with this is we ended up kind of breaking up, and he kind of was living at his mum's and I was kind of packing up my stuff in the house. They had served me with some papers to get out of the house basically. So that was kind of stressful, and I didn't tell my parents about it because, it's kind of embarrassing to, breaking up with a guy. Oh, sea glass. We have our first bit of sea glass. So anyway, I was kind of dealing with it myself, keeping it bottled up about how, I have to move out of this house. Where am I going to go? I've got, 10 years of stuff in this house. I have to, where I'm going to live. Do I go back to my parents' house? No, I don't want to go back to my parents' house. I'm an adult. So it was a stressful time. And to add to the stress, I was made redundant from a job that I thought it was pulling me together, as in like it gave me a function to go to work. I was managing a business, and I felt like I was, it gave me something to be worthy for. And because at home I felt like shit, and you could say I was depressed, and I was drinking. And there were many moments I woke up the next morning going, what am I going to do with my life? I wouldn't say that I was suicidal, but if I kept on drinking, maybe I could have been. But a friend of mine rang me one morning, and it was a critical moment for me. I'd just been made redundant, and I had the day off work. I was hungover, and my friend normally never rings me back. Like, I rang her because I didn't feel good, and I wanted to talk to someone, and basically she answered the phone. I was really surprised, and I said to her, look, I'm hungover, not feeling good, and she's like, okay, you need to stop drinking, and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't drinking in the morning, but she's like, it's natural to feel hungover, go make yourself feel better by having some, lots of water and stuff. And just look, that action just picked me up, and I went on my day. And anyway, long story short, I ended up going to Mexico after that, because I was like, what, I don't have a job now, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have anywhere to live. So I took all my stuff to a share accommodation place, and I went to Mexico, and ended up in Mexico for the next 2 years, on and off. Yes, I got a Mexican boyfriend, so it was an experience. Okay, so, but what I'm trying to say is, guys, that that could have went a completely other way for me. So I definitely recognise that mental health can affect us in completely different ways, and that I might have needed that helpline. And if these kind of companies aren't functioning, then if in the future I need some help, how am I going to get help? Yes, I might have some friends and family, but maybe in the future I don't have friends and family to call on. So what do I do? Call you, Paul. Hey, Lavender, how you going? So anyway, that's my little ramble that, we should all support mental health and different organisations out there, because, you just don't know when you might need some support, or one of your family members might need support. So guys, here's the fish again, the mullet. Lavender, you'll love this. These guys are commercial fishermen, and they're dragging in mullet. So lots of people are down here having a little look, because this doesn't happen every afternoon. Not at all. So yeah, lots and lots of mullet. Call Ghostbusters. Hey Lavender, how are you today? Did you do meditation this morning? So, you know how I had meditation motivation Marie on yesterday? So after I did the live yesterday, I did one of her 10-minute evening meditations. It was really, really good. If you're interested in seeing it, I put it in my community post. So obviously it's a free 10-minute meditation. It was really good. So if you're listening, Marie, thank you. I really appreciated it. I haven't done a meditation today, so after this walk, I will probably do another meditation. I'll go on your page and find another 10-minute meditation. I did notice there's a couple of evening ones. Hi Dennis, how you going? Okay, so you've just woken up 10 minutes ago, Lavender. Did you not go to school today? So guys, we are at Sutton's Beach in southeast Queensland in Australia. And yes, someone in the chat said Steve Irwin. Yeah, Steve Irwin did a lot for Australia. He definitely put us on the map for animals, that's for sure. Especially like looking after animals. I don't think there's anyone really that can replace him. Though I'm guessing their kids try. But yeah, he did a lot of work in a positive way for the animals of Australia. So guys, I've been doing these lives most afternoons around 3-4 o'clock. I was late today, but I was working. And the reason why I've been doing earlier lives is just because I've been finishing early from my day job, just for different reasons. So today it's probably the normal time I'll do lives around 4 o'clock. So I will do another live tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock if you'd like to join me. And all it is just basically walking along the beach, me picking up rubbish or sea glass, and just showing you the beach and showing you interesting things I might walk past. Like I think today that was really interesting, seeing the mullet getting collected. I haven't personally seen that here before. I mean, I've seen the boats here before, but I've never actually seen them pull in lots of mullet. That's pretty cool. Anyone a fish eater? I love fish. Salmon, mullet, red emperor. I used to love parrotfish, but I realised that parrotfish you should not eat and they should stay out in the ocean, because parrotfish do a lot of really good stuff for the coral, and we need to look after our coral. So I'm not vegan or vegetarian, far from it. I mean, I do feel sorry for animals. I know it's sad that we have to eat them, but I'm definitely not going to be eating modified meat or anything like that. Not into that. Kennel Panic. Hi, how you going? ASJA Kids. Hi, how you going? Nice views right now. Yeah, it is pretty nice down here. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. So on the other side of this bay, the sun will be setting. But it's quite flat here. Actually, today's a really good example. You can see the island on the other side. That's Moreton Island. So there's no bridge, you have to get a boat over there. And that's why it's really flat here. So Moreton Bay is this bay's name. because the island is called Morton Island. Go figure, hey? And in the distance there, you can see that's Fisherman's Island, where it's reclaimed land. That's where all the shipping containers and the cargo ships go. It's pretty interesting. I actually went there last Friday, actually. I did a quick live, actually, from a boat ramp there, telling you about, I went to a urban sketch group. I'm not great, but I wouldn't say I'm a budding artist. I would just say that I like to create. And urban, I don't know if you're interested, or if you are interested or you know of them. Urban Sketches is a group, it's free. They're all around Australia and all around the world, actually. They've even got one in Paris. If I knew in that, I would have joined one day. Damn it. I've just literally come back from Paris like about 3 weeks ago. And I did a bit of watercolour painting while I was there. So when they say urban sketches, you can do sketching, but you can also do painting too. So just little watercolours. So basically you paint for a couple of hours a nominated theme. So last Friday morning, which is the first one I've ever been to, over at Fisherman's Island, there's actually a observation deck. It used to be, oh, guys, look at this. It's a nice shell. That is a nice shell. Wow. I think we need to keep that one, guys. That is really nice. Hey, Moonchild Pink. You like my accent? Well, thanks. As you see, I'm Australian. G'day, mate. And we've got Swanky Hadal. Hello, ma'am. Are you possibly from India, maybe? Lavender's got, I'm cooking dinner tonight. What are you eating for dinner? I don't know what I'm eating for dinner tonight, actually, Lavender. What are you cooking? You might give me some ideas. Oh, so you are Indian. Oh, lucky guess. I didn't read that far down. So, guys, I'm also picking up rubbish on my walk because that will end up in a turtle or a fish, and we don't want that. Hey, so I love India. I love Indian food. I have not managed to cook some Indian food, but I'm going to try to cook Indian food because I think, so tasty Indian food. I went to India about 7 years ago, actually. I spent 3 weeks in India. I went to Varanasi, Varanasi, Kolkata. I went to Goa. I went to Mumbai. I went to, I can never get this right, Agnerabad. Sorry, I butchered that. Angarabad. It's kind of inland from Mumbai, and then from there you go to these amazing like caves that are basically, they're UNESCO heritage listed, but you go down into the cave, like they're built down into the rock. They're like most, it's amazing what they did back in the day, but like they've dug and chiseled down into rock. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. There's 2 places. But anyway, yeah, love India, love Indian food. India was an amazing place to travel. So Explorer Dora 80 is my channel name, is because I want to explore 80 countries. So Dora is my nickname. Explorer is Spanish for explore, because I used to live in Mexico for a while, so I know a bit of Espanol. And 80 is I want to see 80 countries. I'm up to country number 62. I've just got back from Europe a little while ago, and I went to Luxembourg. That was country number 62. So I'm a keen backpacker, so I try to do everything as cheap as I can so I can afford to travel, because travel's not cheap. So I think I got sidetracked. I was going to tell you something. Yeah, that's why I was talking about India, because I love travel. So guys, you're just joining me. You can't always be traveling, but you can be exploring. Like I think walking along the beach, this is my local beach. Now we're walking at Margate. We're walking down towards Scott's Point down this way. But, you know, it's a bit of it's an exploration. Like, what will we find along the beach? Like, I found that really nice shell. Yes, the other day I found a really nice rock, actually. Sometimes I find really nice pieces of sea glass. Sometimes it's just rubbish. But, you know, that excites me. I think we need to be excited about life, guys. I think, you know, when you're young as a child, everything excites you. Oh, look, there's a rock. Yeah. And you have a little giggle. I don't know why we lose that kind of sense of, you know, joy. Personally, I've got my joy back. There's a rock. Ah! Okay, so Lavender's got, I'm cooking fish and chips. Nice. Them trees look Australian. Yes, we are in Australia. They're pine trees, guys. This is in southeast Queensland, a place called Redcliffe in Queensland. How many languages do you speak? I can say hello in a few languages. Hola. Bonjour. Apa kabar. Avidase. Is that right? Avidase? Now, what is it in Japanese? Oh, shit. You put me on the spot. Ah, Talufa. That is hello in Samoan. So I can't speak many languages. I'm flat out speaking English, guys. So I was born in Australia. I was born in the Brisbane hospital. So I'm pretty Brizzy-like. But I'm half Asian. I'm half Indonesian. My mother is Indonesian. My dad is Australian. So I have lived most of my life in Australia. I have been lucky to live in other countries. Like one of them has been Mexico. So my Espanol is not very good because I was selling timeshare. I love the Heart Rock. So you missed the Heart Rock, Lavender. I did show everyone that was on the chat, the Heart Rock. And I said, you know, I told them it was you. It's all you. I called it Lavender Rock. Paul called it Lavender Rock too. So it is affectionately called Lavender Rock. So yeah, I used to live in Mexico, but I used to sell timeshare. So timeshare is selling, you know, vacations basically to mostly Americans and Canadians, which speak English. And guess what? I speak English. So I didn't get to learn Espanol very well because everyone wanted to practice their English on me, considering I have such a weird kind of accent. In Mexico, they're used to Americans and Canadians, but not Australians as much. So I did even get a Mexican boyfriend because I thought that'd help my Espanol. Yeah. I mean, it worked a little bit. I mean, I can understand it. As in, if someone was talking to me, I can understand it. I can say things like, you know, where's the toilet? Can I have two beers, please? You know, the basics, okay? Or dos tacos, por favor. 2 tacos, please. So, you know, I've got, you know, where's the toilet? Can I have a beer? Can I have 2 tacos? What else do I need to know, guys? Come on. So yeah, I'm in Australia. Look, I don't know if I'm generalising here. Paul, maybe you can back me up here. We are quite remote here, that we don't get to practice the languages. Like at high school, you get to choose to learn French or German. Now, French, I chose French. So, not hola, oh my God. Bonjour, je m'appelle Dora. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, not very well. I can't remember it much. I just used by a good verse that I remember for French is, oh my God, now if I remember it now on the spot. Bonjour, parlez-vous English? Hello, can you speak English, please? So I needed to use that a lot while I was in France. So I just went to Lyon for a wedding of a friend that I met when I was living in Mexico. She married a French guy. So that was lovely. And then I also went to Luxembourg and then back to Paris. Paris, the city I love. Love, love, love Paris. Okay, what else is happening in the chat? Hi Daniel, how you going? Jesus is joy. Go you. Paul is wrong. It's called, well, Paul is wrong. It's called it name, I hope. Okay, so I don't really understand that. Maybe there was something in the chat. So guys, welcome to my Wednesday afternoon walk along the water. I'm walking with purpose because I want to take the opportunity to have a chat to you about mental health. And while I do that chat, I'm actually working on my own mental health because I might not have a diagnosis of a mental health condition, but we can all do things to help our mental health daily. Like yesterday, I did a 10-minute meditation after my walk, which I plan to do again. And in that meditation, there was some bit of breath work. Breath work is really good. But just going for a walk in nature, or even a walk on the treadmill or at gym, so good for your lungs, so good for your body. You know, these little things, or even eating good food, drinking lots of water. That could even be painting your nails, I don't know. Self-love. You know, these all help our own mental health. Look how flat it is, guys. You don't want to look at my mug. Gosh, guys, this is so beautiful this afternoon. No, Bill, I'm walking in shoes. So I have a 30-kilometre walk next month that I'm walking in sand, obviously. So that's why I am practicing walking in sand. Because 30 k's is not, around the corner. It's around the corner and a lot more. It's probably going to take about 6-7 hours. And I'm walking with 3 other women. And then with many other people. There's many groups that do it. It's organised by a company called Coast Track. They organise different walks around Australia. So they have one at Margaret River. They have one on the Mornington Peninsula. I'd really like to do that one, actually. Hey, Paul, have you spent much time at the Mornington Peninsula? I've only ever been once. Blew me away. It was absolutely beautiful down there. They do one, I don't know where they do it in Sydney. Somewhere, not sure exactly where they do it in Sydney. But in Queensland, they do it on the Sunshine Coast. This year, the 30k mark is from Bridgeon Beach, you start. And then you walk all the way to Mooloolaba, which is 30 k's. Maybe next year I might take on doing the 45 k's. But obviously I will start training a little bit earlier. Oh guys, there's fish on the beach. The crows are in it. It's really bad. I don't know how that happens, that they've just come in. Maybe the boats have just accidentally chucked them off. Because at the end of the day, people swim here. Don't exactly be attracting sharks because they're definitely out there. How beautiful is that out today? If we stood here for a while, we'd probably see some dolphins. There's definitely turtles out there, big sea turtles. There's something out there. So beautiful. So there's a big cargo ship out there. Oh, you lived at Rye. Oh, wow, Paul. Yeah, okay. I don't remember Rye as much. What's next to Rye, Paul? Silly me accidentally deleted all my videos from that trip. I actually stayed at a friend's timeshare is it Rose Bay? Not Rose Bay. Rose something. It was a golf course I stayed at. It's a really good location. So we had a car and basically we just every day drove to different locations around Mornington Peninsula. So much fun. So beautiful. living next to the beach, I just can't get enough of beaches. Love beaches. I told you that I used to live in Mexico. So, oh man, I actually, when I first, I'll tell you, so, you know, this is a travel page, so I should tell you travel stories. So, my first experience in Cancun was staying at a resort. So I was selling timeshare, right? And I was working with some Scottish guys. And we'd just been working in Massachusetts, in Cape Cod. And that didn't work out. And we decided to go to Mexico because we needed to get out of America anyway, because we were working illegally, as you do. So you have to leave the country and come back in. So I planned to go to Cancun to do that. But at the same time, that collided with the fact that the resort that we were working at wasn't very successful. To backtrack, we were selling a timeshare resort in Ireland. So 3 months before that, I was living in Ireland, selling timeshare to Irish Americans. So then we took the timeshare to Cape Cod, where there's a lot of Irish kind of Americans, not just Cape Cod, like Massachusetts area. So, and that just didn't work. It worked and then it didn't work. So the two guys I was working with decided to come with me to Cancun. So they had booked a resort through our affiliation. So we didn't pay for it. It was just like through bartering exchanges from a resort that we were working with in Ireland. So my first morning, we got there at like about 10 o'clock at night. My first morning, my guys, I opened the window and I was blown away. The water and the colour of the beach, of the ocean in Cancun is just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I love colours of water. I mean, obviously this is not Cancun, but this is my local beach and I love it. And look at it. So gorgeous. If I didn't just have the flu, I would actually go for a swim. Because swimming in winter is actually really nice. But yeah, I've just had the flu. I cannot afford to get sick again. But yeah, Cancun, oh my goodness. And the sand is so white and beautiful. Like the Gold Coast, but different. But the water is just like a turquoise. I can't even explain it. Like there's turquoise and there's turquoise. It's just, I often say to people, oh, the ocean looks like Cancun today. So that's how I explain beaches. Like I went to a beach, an island called Rendang Island off Malaysia. And I said to a friend, the water looks like Cancun. So like I said, I explain beaches from Cancun's perspective. Oh, Rosebud. Yeah, that's where I stayed. So guys, this is Queensland, in southeast Queensland. Wow, that's over there. I don't know, it's really, there might be a boat, there is a boat over there. That's the cruise ship that's sitting outside Tangalooma Resort at the moment. So that cruise ship goes from Sydney to Moreton Island. There's a resort there called Tangalooma, which is a timeshare resort, guys. And then they just go back to Sydney. I think they just go for 3 or 4 days. Hey, Springtrap. Well, Paul, the sunset's actually on the other side. So one afternoon I will take you over the other side. Maybe tomorrow afternoon we could do sunset over there. I don't necessarily have to always walk on sand, do I? Like through my work today, I did about 5Ks already. And I hope to get maybe 5Ks done this afternoon. But tomorrow, if you'd like to join me, I will show you sunset on the other side of this peninsula or bay. But yeah, look how purple. The sunset there would be so nice today. Actually, Paul, can you do me a favour and Google what time sunset is today? Because I don't think I've got enough time to go back to the car and drive you the other side. I mean, it'll only take me 10 minutes to get over there. Not even that, probably 5 minutes. But I'm still, like, I'm half an hour away from my car. So we might wait for that tomorrow. But yeah, today would be absolutely beautiful on the other side, hey guys. But yeah, just Google it. Let me know, because if it's around 5:30, I might have time. And sometimes it's not even just seeing the sunset. Sometimes it's after sunset. It's so beautiful. There's a jetty on the other side, so you can walk out to the jetty. Lots of people fishing on it. It's quite interesting, actually. Okay, I will do that tomorrow. If you'd like to join and see sunset at Woody Point, you'll see me. About 4 o'clock, I'll jump on the live. How are you going this afternoon? Hopeless. They're getting lots and lots of mullet down there where they're dragging them in on the nets. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was doing there one time last year and I pulled them in on Sutton's Beach. They were 25 tonne of mullet.
Oh, they've got that today.
Yeah,
easy.
All over the beach, everywhere.
Yeah, masses of them.
And they'll give you the male ones.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
All they want to raise them.
Oh, really? Okay. So it must be mullet season, because that guy, he saw them with like 20 tonnes of mullet. Okay, 5 or 6. Okay. No, we haven't got time. But when the sun sets, the pinks and the purples come through here. It's so beautiful. Candy floss skies, I'd say. Hi, Chris. How you going? You're from Alaska. Wow, Chris. What time is it in Alaska? Gosh, I would love to go to Alaska one day. A friend of mine has just done a cruise up through Alaska, and I've been watching her vlogs. Wow. Amazing. You're from Anchorage? Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, we've had some interesting people on the live this afternoon. People from India, Canada, Alaska. Wow. And then there's Paul D from Phillip Island, me from Southeast Queensland, Lavender from somewhere in south in Australia. I don't know where you're from. It's 10:56 on a Tuesday night. Wow. And it is nearly 5 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon here. Crazy, hey? We are in your future, Chris. Bill Mayer. You're from Iowa. Cool. We had someone else from Iowa the other day. Gina, I think. Iowa. Tell us a fun fact about Iowa. I don't really know much about Iowa. I've never been to Iowa. Yeah, Bill, give us a fun fact about Iowa. And Chris, if you'd like to give us a fun fact about Anchorage, that way we can, learn in the chat a little bit more about these places. Actually, I'm trying to think of a fun fact for where I live. Paul, do you want to give us a fun fact of where you live? So I'm Dora and I'm literally putting myself on the spot. Fun fact. Fun fact of Southeast Queensland. Well, fun fact of Queensland, we're called the Sunshine State because this is winter. And today I've just been in a t-shirt because it was like 23 degrees today. And I know the Northern Hemisphere use different temperatures, but 23 degrees is pretty warm. It's actually quite nice. In the sun, it's been beautiful. So the Sunshine State. I live in Queensland, the Sunshine State. Paul lives in Victoria, the rainy state. I'm joking, I don't know. What do you call, we call it, yeah, Sunshine State. Sydney, I mean, New South Wales is, I don't know. What is Victoria? Maybe that can be your fun fact, Paul. Okay, Bill's got, no. Email? Are you a single lady? Single lady, single lady, single lady, single lady. Sorry. No, I'm not single, but this is not a dating website. If you're after a date, you know, go out the old-fashioned way and go out to a pub or, you know, go talk to someone on the street and say they're nice. You don't need to pick up people online. Not likely I'm going to get a date from YouTube, just saying. So guys, we are walking down. This is a really beautiful spot. It's called Scott's Point. This is one of my favourite spots in Redcliffe. Now, if I did win the lotto, I would try to buy one of these houses along here. I mean, they're not for sale, but I'd knock on their door and say, hey, I just won the lotto. Can you move out and I move in? Oh, and here's some money. Do you reckon that would work? Okay, Paul's got, what's your body count? Oh my God. I can count to 10. Keep it clean, email, you're an idiot. Okay, Paul, I live on an island that is 9 kilometres long and 260, no, sorry, I can't read that very well. 26 kilometres with population of around 4,000 people. Wow, that's cool. Okay, fun fact, Anchorage has 19 hours and 21 minutes of daylight currently in summer. Wow, that's crazy. All right, email, we're getting rid of you. Reported. Okay. That is a really cool fun fact, I've got to say. Chris? Put your glasses on. Paul, do I need to report you too? So guys, this is why I love this little area down here. It's so beautiful. So like, it's kind of like there's barbecues up here. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I've had many barbecues up there. And then you look down at the point. It's so gorgeous. So sometimes if the tide's lower, you can walk all the way around to the point. We're not going to be able to do that today. Okay, I'm trying to read again. Okay, so you live on an island that's 3 kilometres long and 26 kilometres, hold on. Go up 5 ticks. Okay. Lots of cons and beans. A lot of corn and beans are grown here. Always have different sets of clothes for all weather. Okay, so Bill, Iowa must be like Victoria, where Paul's from. He needs to take all kinds of weather clothes out when he goes for a walk because it could be sunny, it could be rainy, it could be hailing. Okay, so you grow corn and beans in Iowa. I didn't know that. Thanks for that fun fact. That's pretty cool. Now Chris has got fun fact of Anchorage. Oh yeah, the 19 hours and 21 minutes of daylight. That's amazing, hey? So you don't actually have the 24-hour sun in Anchorage? I'm sorry, I'm ignorant, I don't know. But I know in Iceland they do, don't they? That's amazing. So that's, guys, that's as far as we're going to go right now. How beautiful is that? The sun has set on the other side. And look at the colours. That is so beautiful. Now Chris has got, the winter is totally opposite. Darkness, and we get 4 to 6 hours of daylight through in winter. Oh, that's crazy, hey? 9 kilometres times 26 kilometres, population of 14,000. Yeah, honestly, guys, whoa, so beautiful. I could even stop here and just have a little meditation. Wineries can be 50 below. Oh, sorry. I must have wineries on my mind. Hey, look, okay, the text is small, okay? I do wear glasses, but only on a computer. I don't normally need them for looking on the phone. But when you're doing a live and you're walking along, and it is like, oh my gosh, the colour is just so beautiful behind me. And when, you know, it's not easy to read, okay? Stop picking on me, okay? So, okay, so Chris, you're just saying the winters here can be minus 50 below and the summers can be 118 above. Wow, huge. Okay, so Chris, in Alaska, you have to go further north in the Arctic Circle to have the 24-hour sun. Yeah, wow. Has anyone been to Iceland? I'd really like to go to Iceland. I'm going to remember that every new person that jumps on the live to ask them where they are from and get them to give a fun fact, because it does, it builds our geography, it builds our knowledge of, you know, places. So Paul, let me go over that again. 9 kilometres by 265, I don't think I've got that right, eh? 9 kilometres by 25 kilometres and a population of 1,400. Oh, sorry, I can't read it. Okay, another fun fact. I have a brother-in-law that lives in Queensland and married to an Australian lady. Oh, that is cool. Hey, Money, thank you. G'day, Money, how are you? This is sunny Queensland. We're in southeast Queensland, and this is, sunset was just happened around the corner in the bay, and this is like the leftover sun setting. So beautiful. So Chris, where is your brother located? Oh, sorry, your brother-in-law. You've been to Lickermut. Gold. Pay that one, Paul. That's a good one. And the way I was just reading winter and I said winery, I probably have shares in BWS. So Money, I'm okay. Blessings from America, gorgeous. Oh, thank you. So Money, whereabouts are you in America? Because we have Chris, who is in Anchorage, in Alaska, and then we have Bill, who's in Iowa. And we're doing fun facts of places where you live, just so that, you know, people in the chat and me can build our knowledge on places around the world. I said, fun fact, that Queensland is called the sunny state because it's pretty much sunny most year round. Like this is a winter's day here in Australia. So a lot of people don't actually realise that, and I know this sounds crazy, but a lot of people don't know that in the north, we are the opposite in the south. So if you're having winter, we're having summer. And if you're having summer, we're having winter. I mean, I know a lot of people know that, but some people are very surprised when I tell them that. So that's, travel does teach you that. And if you missed that in geography class, well, you missed it. So, yeah, you're from Nevada. Cool. Vegas? Are you near Vegas? Do you live in Vegas? I've never been to Vegas. Give us a fun fact of Nevada. Come on, money. I mean, we know there's a lot of gambling, but give us a fun fact that we might not know of. Springtrap, you're bored. That's good. Maybe watch something on YouTube. You don't have to watch me. But if you read the chat, Springtrap, you might learn some stuff about different countries or different states in America. There's some stuff about Iowa and Anchorage. Paul's got some interesting things about his island where he lives. And Chris is about to tell me that his brother-in-law lives somewhere in Queensland, which is really random. Imagine if they lived in Redcliffe. That's where I am at the moment, Redcliffe. Okay, money. Lake Tahoe has a new batch of salmon each year. Okay. This might just out me, but Lake Tahoe is in Nevada. I didn't actually know that. Is that true? Lake Tahoe is in Nevada. I did not actually know that Lake Tahoe was in the state of Nevada. I mean, I knew it was kind of near California, but I didn't actually know it was in Nevada. So can you just confirm that first? My brother-in-law lives in Bundamba. Okay, Bundamba's about 30 minutes away from me. It's kind of inner city Brisbane. So that's on the south side of Brisbane. I'm on the north side of Brisbane. So while we have the south of Brisbane and the north of Brisbane, is there's a river, the Brisbane River, that runs through Brisbane. So if you live on the north, you live on the north side of Brisbane. If you live on the south, you live on the south side of Brisbane. So I live on the north side of Brisbane. So the river, it's kind of, see all the cranes out there? Behind the cranes is where the river comes out. There is something out there. Could be a stingray, could be a turtle. Guys, it would be a beautiful afternoon to see a dolphin out there. Okay, Money's got main breeding ground. I don't really get that, Money. Oh, okay. So Lake Tahoe is half Nevada and half California. So I wasn't completely wrong. I did think it was in California, but I did not know it actually bordered with Nevada. So thank you for that fun fact.
Big school of fish went past about too far out.
Oh, really?
You can see them jumping down there.
Oh, yeah, I do see them down there, yeah. Well, hopefully they come back for you.
Oh, they won't.
So the fisherman just said to me there's a big school of fish that just came past and he missed it. So you can see the water roughing up just over here. See that there? That's a school of fish. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Money. I really actually like that fun fact. I did not know that about Nevada. That Lake Tahoe was half in California and half in Nevada. Cool, and the salmon. replenishes once a year. Love salmon. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. Just shows how small the world really is. So that school of fish is just here. We might actually see them jump in a second if I just stay for a bit. So the school of fish is just here. Interesting. Okay, Bill's got ski in water or snow in Lake Tahoe. Money's got Nevada has a ski slope on the side of Tahoe called Mount Rose. Rose? Actually, they have a few ski slopes. Yeah, I actually didn't know that there was skiing in Lake Tahoe. For some reason, I was always kind of thought it was kind of flat, like it's a lake. But you say there must be some slopes there, some like hills and mountains. Again, didn't know that. Oh man, I just missed it. Sorry guys. That jump there was a fish that jumped. Oh, did you get that, guys? That's probably the mullet jumping, guys. Wow. Let's hope old mate here chucks his lines in. He said his line didn't go further enough out before. I mean, it's quite far. It's probably, 20 metres? Get in. I've seen him here a couple of afternoons catching his fish. Why, if you can catch it, why catch? You might as well catch it instead of buying it. It's bloody expensive otherwise. So they have a few mountains in Nevada and Lake Tahoe. That's really cool. Didn't know that. Fun fact, Alaska has the tallest peak on the Northern American continent. Wowzers, that's high. Have you been up it? Can you go up it? So Money learned how to snowboard in Lake Tahoe on the slopes. Oh, another one, jumping. Okay guys, we've got to keep on walking. So obviously the sun is now setting, or set, should I say, and the candy floss kind of sky will turn into a dark sky soon. So we've got about 300 metres to go back to the car. So by the time we get back to the car, it'll be dark. But it's quite safe. Oh, suddenly I just burped. It's quite safe. There's lots of people walking along the track up there. Lots of people on the beach. I haven't really done much picking up of sea glass this afternoon, but that's okay. I have lots of it. And most afternoons I come down here, I do have my bucket to pick up some rubbish and sea glass. And I've got a nice shell. Winning. Okay, let me stop again. In Alaska, in general, is a mecca for sports fishermen. Yeah, I can imagine it would be. Bill's got US mountain range on East Coast or West Coast. Bill's from Iowa. Look at me, remembering where everyone's from. Now Chris has got yes, and to the point, with all the craziness in America and the government, we all need blessings from God. Well look, with what's happening in Iran and Iraq also, I mean, if that spills over, God help all of us, to be honest. So we need to, thank everyone, the universe, God, Allah, Buddha, Mother Nature. People in the mountains climb every year, and every year the mountain climber pass on. It's very dangerous. Yeah, I can imagine. 7 years ago, I took on doing Mount Everest. Mount Everest. I mean, Everest Base Camp, sorry. I would never take on going to Everest. That's crazy. Crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. But I did go to Everest Base Camp. And that is, God, how high is that? 4,700 meters above sea level. Oh. It was at 5,000. 5,000. Oh, God, I don't know. It's high, okay? Base camp's high. And I end up getting altitude sickness. So, yeah, climbing mountains is serious work. And it's not about being fit. I mean, it's being fit, yeah. But you can be really, really fit and you can still get sick. I was pretty fit when I went to Mount Everest Base Camp. But I ended up getting the flu. Because I flew from Australia in summertime straight to winter in Kathmandu. And, yeah, I instantly got sick. And so I was walking to base camp like with snot all in through my nose. It wasn't pleasant, put it that way. And when you already can't breathe and you're trying to get up, many stairs and inclines, and oh my God. It was the best experience though, I gotta say. So Money, you were born in California and you've lived in Nevada for 12 years now. Cool. Can I ask why you moved from California to Nevada? You don't have to say, you don't have to tell us. But if you like to share, you can. I've actually always lived in southeast Queensland, though I've lived overseas. But, I've always lived in this area in Queensland. So it's always interesting hearing people move from different states. So Paul, if you're on the chat still, Paul, you've lived in Queensland, you've lived in Victoria, where you are now, and you lived in Papua New Guinea. I think, Paul, you lived in Papua New Guinea for work, which is crazy, because I'd love to go to Papua New Guinea. I'm a keen diver, and I've heard that the diving in Papua New Guinea is just another level. Like I talked about before about I love beaches and the colour of the sand and the colour of the ocean, but they say that Papua New Guinea is just another level of beauty, all about natural beauty. You've never been to Alaska, Hawaii and Maine. But you've still been to a lot of states then, Bill. You can hear me talk all day. Well, most afternoons I'm here. So if you'd like to join, subscribe, hit the notification. And I don't actually put my lives, I don't actually schedule them. Because sometimes I work later, sometimes I get off work early, but most times when you jumped on is the time that I'll be out here. Like I said, I'm training for a 30-kilometre walk in sand in about 24 days. So most afternoons will be down here walking. So if you want to tag along, you're welcome. So you're in the Western Highlands, so no diving up there. So I'm not sure exactly where the Western Highlands is, Paul, in Papua New Guinea. So, you know, it's interesting. When you go to a country, you have a better geography of the place. Like, without going there, it's hard to kind of sometimes, you know, understand where things are. So, like, I would like to do Kokoda one day. Paul, are you actually interested in doing Kokoda? Did you do Kokoda? Is the Western Highlands anywhere near Kokoda? 34 kilometres. Paul, you did the maths on this the other day. I think it's 23 miles. Is that correct? I'm not sure. There's a lot of stuff that goes through the chats, guys. Hi, how you going? Okay, we've got John Boy. Hello. How you going? You've just joined me for the end of my live. I've got about, maybe I've got 100 metres left to go. I've still got to go past the toilet block in a little bit to my car. And we're just having a chat. So John Boy, where are you from? "21 kilometres. No, 24, 23 miles. Is that correct? 23 miles is 30 Ks? Hobbs Groove. This is in southeast Queensland. We're in a place called Redcliffe. So this is my local beach. I live about 5 minutes away from here. I feel very, very grateful that I get to walk along this beach most afternoons. I used to do most mornings, and since I came back from Europe, where I was a little bit jet lagged, I've kind of reversed it. Now I'm doing afternoon walking. But yeah, some mornings I'll do morning walks. But it's cold in the morning, guys, okay? I'm a sook. But look, last year I walked most mornings here, and like 6:30 a.m. the sun rises just here. It's so beautiful. If I pull my finger out, I might even do a sunrise walk tomorrow. But I can't promise things. It's cold and I'm a sook. Okay guys, it is getting darker, so I can really hardly even read the chat now. So hopefully you guys are just chatting between yourselves, and I can probably read the chat when I get back to the car. Because if I keep on stop start that I'm doing, I will not get there. So that's that house, Paul, I showed you yesterday. It's a bit of an eyesore. No one lives in that house. It's very sad. Thanks, Money. I can read that. You love my accent. It's so funny. When I hear my accent, I think I sound real ochre. Paul, you know what ochre means. So ochre kind of means very country-like, and I don't live in the country. But I feel like I sound ochre. But then if you listen to someone that lives in the country compared to my accent, you can hear the difference. And I've spent a lot of time living in Mexico, where I listen to Americans all day, so I can really hear my accent compared to the American accent. So it's getting dark now, guys. It is nearly, I think it's 5:40 p.m. So by the time we get back to the car, we've done about 5Ks, guys. Probably even more. So I already done 5Ks this morning with stuff I've done for work today around. So by the time we get back to the car, I would have done 10 kilometres. But at least 5 of it is on sand. So that's training. And that's what we're doing here, training for a 30-kilometre walk next month. And it is to raise awareness for mental health. So because I'm nearly back to my car, I'll do a bit of banging on about mental health again. Because at the end of the day, you know, sharing's caring. And you guys, you know, most of you guys I don't really know. I know Paul. But most of you guys I don't know. And I hope that, you know, you guys are going well and that your mental health is in good order. But not everyone's mental health is in good order. You know, sometimes we can have a bad day, and it's okay to have a bad day. Can't always be, you know, happy. But, you know, when things are like really, really low, don't be afraid to ask for help. There is help. I mean, I'm only talking about Australia because I live in Australia, but Beyond Blue, Lifeline. Lifeline's actually a big one here in Australia. There's a 24-hour hotline number that you can ring and talk to, you know, an experienced counsellor. So if you're really struggling, you can call them. And my friend Esther, I really wish she had called them instead of what she did. So I lost a friend to suicide, and I really wish she had rang one of those hotlines and got some help. So I'm here for service, I guess, to entertain you. I hope I entertained you this afternoon. Showed you the beach where I live here in southeast Queensland. You got some fun facts of different countries or different states in America. Nevada, Iowa, Alaska. It's interesting, all in America, hey? We had someone on the chat from India. He didn't give us any facts. We had someone from Canada on the chat. And then we've got Paul D from Victoria. You've got me from southeast Queensland. I know I've got someone else in the chat there. I just really can't read it at the moment. Oh, hold on. Bill. 2:30 a.m. here right now. Okay. You're just telling the times. 2:30 a.m. Why are you awake at 2:30 a.m.? Are you a shift worker? That this is your daytime? Hey Paul, how many years ago were you living in Papua New Guinea? And how many years did you live in Papua New Guinea? Oh, by the way, guys, I can actually, I didn't know this about lives. And Paul, I can confirm that after 24 hours, I can see the chat and see comments. And I know, Paul, I checked this out the other day and I noticed that you said, how's your roof? I didn't respond. So yeah, my roof is intact. We have a roof on our house now, Paul. Yay. So we've been renovating, when I say we, my partner, he's a builder, but he works in building. So the house is always the last thing that gets done, but we did pay someone to do our roof. So for about a 2-week period, we had a tarp over our roof. So it was mindfully cold at night, but now we have a roof. And it looks really, really good, Paul. So thanks for asking. So guys, my car's just up here. I want to say thank you for joining me on this walk. I call it walking with purpose, because I, purposely giving you entertainment, giving you conversation, and, talking about mental health and talking about travel, because I love travel. But let me read the chat while I can see some light here. From 1974 to 1982. Wow, that would have been an experience, Paul, back then too. My uncle actually used to live in Papua New Guinea, but it probably would have been the 70s he lived there. No, actually, you know what? The late 80s he lived there. I think in Moresby, Port Moresby. And he would tell me some interesting stories. So guys, this is the end of my walk. Thank you. I appreciate you. So we've got spring trap. Springtrap's asking Bill what he's talking about. Bill's talking about something. Yeah, your comments that you showed, Hobbs Groove. Okay, Hobbs Groove, you're in the UK. Cool. Thanks, Hobbs, for saying. Her name was Esther, so I'm always walking for Esther. So, Money, you say you usually walk 10,000 steps a day. Good work. Paul, you've been a smart ass. You type in caps. Mate, do you know how dark it is? That's why I can't read. If it's through the day, I can read. But when it gets dark, I can't read, okay? You're lucky I don't take things personally. All right, guys, look, it's been fun in the chat. I appreciate you guys. See, it's really dark now, isn't it? Anyway, I'll walk back to the car so you can kind of see me. Not that you need to see my mug, but I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. And, you know, go check on your friend, family, father, mother, see if they're okay. Because, you know, we all need love. Anyway, see you guys. Bye.